LGBT and other similar things have been put more into the media, into whether it's films and cartoons or it's in the news, and now it's even in school curriculums, children's books, and things like this. And unfortunately, we've been seeing many Muslims through these sort of platforms that are used to get into their minds. We've seen Muslims that identify as some of these labels, which we know is an Islamic, but then that's your choice. But to go one step further and promote it, that's unacceptable. Um, the first is unacceptable anyway, but to promote it is even worse. And now we have news that apparently there's been a video on TikTok where there's a queer Nikkāh took place. Firstly, most Muslims, even young Muslims, will know that Nikkāh is invalid. You have to know what Nikkāh is first to know if this is valid or not. And we know Nikkāh is between consenting male and female with witnesses, and this isn't it. And to show how silly it is, they're praying Surah Fatiha for, during the ceremony or whatever. I'm not seeing someone play Surah Fatiha in a Nikkāh, but they're praying it and there's not an issue with it. However, what you praying in Surah Fatiha, most people don't know the meaning, so okay, you don't know the meaning, that's fine. People can learn. But the fact that you're asking to be God to guide you onto the right path, to the path that the people that He's pleased with are on, and you're saying that whilst you're doing something that goes against God, it shows you how ignorant these people are, how much knowledge they lack. Or maybe they do have the knowledge, but they choose to go against it, or they choose to use the knowledge they have to manipulate the religion to the way they like it. But it shows you how much LGBT things like this are getting into the religion, not into religion, but how much Muslims are being part of it now. And that's why when it first people are saying it's just showing solidarity, it's just holding your flag, it's just um, doing these small gestures that are nothing. And the imams and people were telling you not to. They knew from before. You first is just hold a flag, just update your status with the rainbow or whatever. Just do this, and then slowly you have things like this. Unfortunately, this is what happened, and this is not me being transphobic or LGBT. I don't know what the word is, but I don't have a phobia against the LGBT community or anything like that. If you want to be like that, be like that. Islam tells you one thing, so if you're a Muslim, you follow Islam. If you don't want to follow it, then that's your choice. Like I always say, it's like saying you're a vegan, but you choose to eat meat, and you get offended that vegans tell you that you're not a vegan because you eat meat. You're a Muslim, and you're doing things that are against Islam, and you're promoting those things which make it worse. And then now you want to be offended that people aren't accepting it, and people are saying things to you. And I'm not going to label them things because I'm not going to go into that discussion, and for me to justify my label will take a while. And also, this is what sort of way do you plan to have children? That's one thing I didn't want to keep it long. I wanted to keep it under 2 minutes, but I need to say what I need to say. How do people plan to have children? It's a genuine question. Without any technology, without any third party, anything, how do they plan to have children? Because let's say this was the 1200s. I don't know why I picked that year, but I picked that year. You could identify as how they identify, but you never have children. Now, you're going to need, whether you agree or not, whether you someone that is of the opposite gender, whether it's their sex, it's their gender, or whatever else you want to call it nowadays, because nowadays both sex and gender can change apparently. You're going to need someone who is able to have of your children, and that's not gonna be someone who's born a male at birth. So how do they plan that? So first, do you see how much worse it gets? First, let's just hold the flag. Let's have solidarity. Let's do this. Then it's you do something else and they do something else, and then before you know it, you're here, and then potentially they want to have children. Then you make it worse again, and then what do you teach your children? You keep getting worse and worse and worse, and it just starts off with a small seed which you think at the time it's innocent, but it's not. And this is what the state of some Muslims nowadays. And just, I'm gonna say it again, I have no issues with people identifying how they want, and if they're part of the LGBT community or anything like that, or any community for that matter. But don't change the religion because you want to change. Admit that you've changed, but don't change the religion. This is where many other religions have lost their authenticity and gone astray, because they have changed the religion, and Islam will not change the religion. You can do what you want, you can manipulate the text and justify it, but we will know that you have manipulated it, but you will not change the religion. And I don't know who would perform the Nikkāh. I'm assuming it's not an Imam, because no Imam would perform it, and you don't necessarily need an Imam. But in today's day and age, I'm not suggesting to change the religion, but I say it's necessary to have an Imam for a Nikkāh to be valid. So in this case, they wouldn't be able to find an Imam to have a Muslim Nikkāh. Allah protect us all from tribulations, not just this sort of tribulations, but all tribulations. But most of all, protect us from changing the religion just because we want to change ourselves.